What's going on, Pandian? We are doing a back squat series, so we are going to go ahead and work on some spinal rotational stability. As we get stronger, right, we do the glamorous movements of the squats, right, we get stronger in the legs, glutes, but we also really need to strengthen those intrinsic spinal stabilizers. So we're going to start off with our basic, do some bird dogs with the foam roller, which you've probably seen a lot of places. It's a very basic movement to get started. When we're working on these spinal stabilizers, the reason we want to do this is because if we don't, things like our diaphragm, our rectus abdominis, our obliques, right, all coming through here, our psoases, they will get short and tight in compensation to stabilize your spine. So we want to stabilize our spine with our proper spinal stabilizers, so those bigger muscles don't run on a secondary function, right? We want these to do their primary function, which is flex, extend, rotate the obliques. So we need to set that nice deep base so we have a good foundation to work on, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with some simple bird dogs. If I turn to the side here, let me get this camera wrapped around. So first cue to think of, right? What I like to think of is kind of sucking my belly button into my spine. That navel retraction is the transverse activation. And then I don't want my hips kind of sitting back. I want them directly underneath me, and then my hands not far out in front, right? They're pulled right underneath. I retract that navel, and my shoulder blades are down, but not overly depressed, right? They're in a nice comfortable position. And then from there, core is tight. I'm gonna go arm in line with the ears, full hip extension, squeeze that glute, come back down, and alternate. This is your very basic first thing to start. This is a good one. You can work your hands in a little narrower eventually to make it a little bit more challenging, right? And it's all about balancing that foam roller, right? We don't want rotation in that lumbar spine, right? If I'm rotating, right, in that lumbar spine, this is gonna want to wobble back and forth. Our goal is to minimize excessive rotation in that lumbar spine. So, next piece. I get comfortable with that. Say I do 10 each side. I programmed it for your auxiliary work. We can go ahead and pop up into a bear crawl. So the bear crawl, a little more advanced. Same thing. I retract that navel. I'm going to go ahead and lift up onto my knees. So my toes are underneath me, right? Drive them down, lift up onto my knees. And I'm just going to go ahead and start off with a nice little bear crawl, right? Hips are not too high, right? They're nice and level with that floor. I'm balancing that foam roller. A few things, first time you do it, right, you might be stuck, you might be like, I can't move. So do one arm and then the opposite leg, then the other one, and bring it up. So eventually we can have opposite arm, opposite leg, moving in congruency. All right, so that is step 1 and 2 of kind of building those deep spinal stabilizers. We need those to stay strong to prevent nagging issues in our hips, right? Asymmetries in the hips, or eventually, if you get real stronger, spinal fractures, crazy things like that. So strengthen those deep intrinsic core stabilizers. You'll be thankful for it. Everything else will start performing better. And until the next one.